Hello, Rockers and Mercuryans. Today we're talking about the No Kings protest going on. But first, let's make sure that everything's looking good. Y'all, is the quality okay on the YouTube live stream? Can y'all let me know when you get a chance? Um, there's an advertisement. Okay. Well, I guess they're doing that right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a goal right now. I mean, like a normal life. Like vertical? Okay. Gotcha. Is that okay? I'm going to put a poll up. Do you should I say, do you agree with the No Kings protest? Let's put that. Let's read the thing. Do you agree with the No Kings protest? Do you agree with the No Kings protest? There was one recently. That's when they're happening. Oh, okay. Well, we're doing this topic. We can talk about other stuff at the night show. But today is, do you agree with the No Kings protest? All right. Let's start this poll. I really want to put this to the side a little bit more. If I can. It's not really letting me put it there. Okay, that's fine. I think that's good. All right, chat. How y'all doing? I got my Grumpy P here. He's so adorable. And I feel like he symbolizes what people are feeling right now with the political state of the world. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff in that realm. First of all, I honestly don't know much about what this No Kings situation even is. So I'm going to look up an AI review of what this is. What would you say? I have people in my ear for Discord. Y'all can talk to my ear in Discord if you guys want to have your voice heard through me. I'll repeat what you say depending on what it is. If you want to join my Discord, go to rockmercury.com, click on Discord, and accept the invite. So let me see. We have Fortnite item shop. That's not what I'm trying to do. Oh my god. Okay, what is No Kings protest? We do the AI mode, and let's see what it is. So I'm gonna read this out just so we can have an idea of what we're talking about because it's going on all over. There's a lot of people showing up. Y'all make sure to like the live as I'm reading and as we're chatting. Please comment anything, and I'd love to discuss things with you guys. Okay. So drinking my tea. Oh wait, let's get into this. So it said the No Kings protest are a series of nationwide demonstrations in the United States against the policies and behavior of the Trump administration. Oh, organizers state the protests are meant to defend democracy against what they characterize as authoritarianism. All right. Key aspects of the No Kings protest. The goal is opposing authoritarianism. The protest central theme, No Kings, invokes the American Revolution and the founding principles that the country does not bow to a monarch. Protesters assert that Donald Trump rhetorics and actions such as deploying federal agents and National Guards against protesters and threaten democratic institutions. Specific policies, protesters cite a range of grievances, including the recent federal immigration raids, budget cuts to federal programs like Medicaid, and perceived abuses of power. Response to Trump, many protesters voiced their concerns in response to what they saw as the administration's disregard for the rule of law, the Constitution, and democratic norms. Recent events, October 1 8, or 18, a major wave of No Kings protests, which is yesterday. Today's the 19th. Yeah, today's the 19th, so it was yesterday. So Across the U.S. and some European cities, organizers reported millions of participants in thousands of events. June 14, 2025, the first No Kings mass mobilization. I heard about that one. Took place to coincide with Flag Day, Donald Trump's birthday, and we also the day of expanded military parade in Washington, D.C. Participant, broad collation, wide attendance, peaceful demonstrations, creative expression. Okay, that's pretty much everything. So basically, they're against Donald Trump and the Trump administration. That's what this is about, apparently. If you're a moderator on my TikTok, can you please block and report the person that just made that comment? I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. You already are a moderator, Zach. Gonfall said, "Oh, I can make you a moderator on there too." But give me, well, just comment on YouTube and I'll make you a moderator on there. Do you support Palestine? Yes, I absolutely do. Free them. I absolutely do. I can't really say it on here because everything's controlled by certain people or certain allied country. But yes, I do support them, and I think what's going on is disturbing and disgusting, and I do not support our greatest allies. Um, but that's a whole different story. We can't really talk. I can't really even do a video about that because it would get shut down. Um, so yeah, based on what we're saying here, like, ah. Uh, it's rough. Usually, I would be in defense of Donald Trump. I would be in defense of him right away. I won't lie. But this time, there's so much happening that even Republicans are against right now. I feel like Donald has become a puppet for certain allied countries. It's been very disturbing. So I understand the people's grievances and upset. Freezing? You said up freeze? Clone said, oh, game, okay. Clone says W chest hair. Oh, wow. There's a lot of chest hair there. I didn't even realize how. Wow, okay, thank you. Oh my god. I'm just trying to show my grumpy pee. I will be getting a necklace. I want to get a chain or something here. I'm gonna ask my mom if she has a chain or something that I can put these on. There's something to have on here. There's something simple. I want a thicker chain for like a more manly chain. That I'll put these on each time I do a video. Until then, I probably should use the bigger the boo boos, but I just felt like having this one on. All right, let's see. Make me a mod. I don't know you, Black Loki. I don't know who you are, unfortunately. Um, illegal immigrants gotta go. You're saying, wow, okay. Where is the king? Where is the king? I guess you're saying that Donald's acting like a king. Ate you straight. I am straight now. Are you straight? Okay, who bought the big Trump balloons? I don't know what big Trump balloons you're talking about. Zach says W. Oh God, here we go. Whew, y'all. This TikTok is like actually driving me insane. Should I just delete TikTok Studio and re-download it? I don't know what to do. Make me mod also. JT said, "Are you mad he negotiated peace for two wars also?" I don't think he did that. I think he allowed um, a terrible event of so much mass murking. I have to be careful what words I say. I think he allowed the allied country to use him like a pawn, and that he's partially responsible for the death of so many people in that country who were forced to be there and be slaughtered. I feel. I don't think there is peace. I think that they are just using this as a moment to kind of get support back from the Americans because people aren't supporting that other country, that the greatest allied country. Um, Allegedly, I think that this is not it's not really peace. I think it's a farce. They're just like manipulating us. That's what I feel. What do you feel? Said nah, spamming for not just spamming for fun. Okay, make me mod. Said I've been doing this a bunch of lives. Okay, that's fine. Do what you want. I'm your mod. All right. Daystar said Trump 2028. Screw Pally. Screw Pala. Um, you could be for Trump and also like not want to say screw it to a country who is being taken advantage of and being destroyed. You don't have to. You don't have to be like that, but it's up to you. You have your right to feel that way, I guess. Um, why is this person blocked and muted? The person on TikTok. I see the comment again. Maybe it's a new might be a new account. Yeah, that one. It's gone, right? I see the comment. I don't know why I still see the comment. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I'm sure it's fine. I don't really care. All right. Um, Troll says you need a song like you need a sing something more views. A sing. It's not about singing. This is about pop culture. Today we're talking about the No Kings protest. So do you feel anything about that? Do you have anything to say about the No Kings protest happening around the world? What do you feel about it? Are you for it? Are you against it? I'm just curious. I'm just kind of learning about it now. Tonight we will be doing a live stream where we talk about multiple different topics before I go to bed. But this one is mainly about the No Kings protest, so we can just kind of get an idea of what everybody's feeling about it. Like, I think it's wild to see so many people out there, and I just refuse to believe that it's only people on the left out there, or only liberals or Democrats. I really think that a lot of people are upset. They're really upset with what's going on in the world, and they're making their voice heard. And so, I'm just curious what y'all think about it. Um, Zach or Leland or anybody, do you have anything to say about these things, or has your family been to any of these events? Like, what do we have to say about it? And please like the live, you guys. Please like the live. We do have a gift goal as well. We're trying to get to a gift goal so we can build this channel up. I really appreciate it. Every bit helps. Super chats are great too. Any way to help is amazing. My cash app is Rock Mercury. If you want to support that way, I appreciate it. Looks like we have 38 votes right now. Do you agree with the No Kings protest? So it looks like wait, hold on. What is that? 50 what percent of people? Can y'all see the amount? 50. Oh, uh, oh, 60-40. So it's like 60% of y'all are saying no, you don't support it. So 60% of y'all don't support the No Kings protest. Interesting. Nick Fart says no. Rain Outing said hi. How you doing? 60% said no. Wow. All right. Why don't you all support it? I mean, I don't support it either. I don't know. I'm more on Trump's side, even though I feel like Trump has been a talking head for another country, which is very upsetting. I still think it's a better option than Kamula Mula, whatever her name is. Um, I think he's a better option than her. And she's over here talking too. She's actually promoting. I saw Kamala Harris promoting this No Kings protest as well. So I don't know what she has planned on her political future, but she's been speaking up about this. Let's see. Jonah said protesting something that doesn't even exist in the U.S. won't help anyone. That's a good point. It's like Donald's not a king, and he never said he was, and this is his last term. And so it seems kind of foolish, to be honest. It seems kind of silly, but I do get the discourse, because it's very disturbing. Um, how our country is being taken over by a foreign nation. I feel. Let's see. Payne says no kings, no Uten wannabes. Okay. All right. So what does that mean? So you're saying who's the Uten wannabe? I can't say the name on here, but I know you're talking about the president of Russia, or the prime minister, whatever the heck he is, of Russia. Seems pretty obvious. No one is trying to be king. I mean, I don't think that Donald's trying to be king, but I do think that maybe he's being blackmailed or something. It just seems really weird the way he's behaving lately. Do y'all agree, or I mean, as somebody who supported him, like I supported him, I would vote for him. He's the best option, but it's like he does seem like he is under the spell of a certain country that starts with I. Um, you need to educate yourself about what? Please educate me, Payne. Nick Fart says waste of time. Okay, so the you're saying that the protests are a waste of time. Y'all don't forget we have a gift goal down here, and please like the live and share it if you can. That'd be great. Leopard print can be classy says, would you rather not not food and hot drinks forever, or cold food and cold drinks forever? Wait, sorry. Oh, rather have hot food and hot drinks forever, or cold food and cold drinks forever? Whoo. I gotta go with hot. I don't want anything too cold. I don't even like ice in my drink most often, so I'm gonna go with the hot foods. I'd rather have hot foods and hot drinks than have cold. Yeah, that's what I'll pick. What would y'all pick? Put that in the comment section. That's a little side note, but that's a curious one. Payne says Donald Trump wants full power. I don't think so. I just do not believe that. I think I don't agree with everything he's doing with his power right now, but I do not believe he wants full power. he knows he's older as well. He doesn't have that much time left on this earth. So I doubt he's trying to use this short time to get full power. Like, what does that even mean? Skylar Leclerc says no Democrats want full power. Like I said, I really personally, I don't. I think that both sides are designed to fight against each other. When really there's a bigger picture and there's the elites that we really need to be looking at, and that both sides have more in common than they think they do. Nick Suarez says Scooby Doo was right. The real monsters be people for real. That is so effing deep, especially right now. We're in Fortnite. This Fortnite spooky season, we have Scooby Doo as the as one of the main new collaborations. And you made a really great point. Like in Scooby Doo, the monster people thought they were all monsters, and until they pulled that mask off, found out that somebody's behind all of it. There was always somebody behind all the BS, and it's disturbing, but that's some real truth right there. And so I definitely respect what you said there, and that's heavy. That's heavy. You're always crying about something. Am I? I'm not crying. I'm chilling. I'm not crying about nothing. I mean, I wish I could cry because it'd be good to get that emotion out. But yeah, crying's good. Crying is good. Wait, Zach said, look at the Warriors profile picture. Let me see. Is that a big back? What is that? I can't really see that. I can't see that. I think it's a big back in that profile picture. 400 pounds. That's crazy. Jonna says, can you can say Izzy, brother, the Jays are not some boogeyman to be scared of. Yes, they are. Jonah, you're wrong on that. I appreciate your comment, but you're wrong on that. I've had many videos taken down and strikes to my account over saying that word, over saying the name of that country and saying the J word you just said. So I know you think that they're not a boogeyman, but they are. They are that. And they are the Voldemort, the thing that we can't talk about, we can't discuss, we can't critique. I've had many videos taken out, not just one, but the last one was literally a strike to my account, which means my whole account can get taken down after all my hard work and getting 18,000 followers and everything. So yes, it's disturbing, but believe me, I would say everything. If there wasn't censorship, I don't give a f. I would say everything. I would curse. I would do all of it. But we live in a world where censorship, and they're trying to take over YouTube and Twitter as well to keep people from speaking their mind. Right now, we still have some freedom of speech on Twitter, but even Twitter has been overflowing with propaganda for that certain country. So and I almost feel like this whole No Kings protest is because of that country. I feel like it's because of them. Like people are mad about what that country wants, and Donald's is taking the flag for it. Um, where they going, Zach? Um, they're leaving, Zach. They're leaving you. Curicon says, "OMG, no political deserves or should have power. The power is in the people. Don't give your power away to dumb politicians." He doesn't want the power of that. Like you're gonna have some type of power to be in office if you're elected, but I don't think like nobody trying to get ultimate power. Like we're all finite human beings. Like we're gonna pass away at some point. Even if you're extraterrestrial, they still have a finite date of when they're gonna pass away. Well, not finite, but like yeah, we all there's finality to all of us. Payne says, why not? Nick says, Jesus is king. That's great. I love that. I love that. I'm not personally religious, but I love that. And I love Christians. I think that they're very important to our society and balancing our society. So, yeah. So, you are naive. How am I naive? So, I'm asking you questions and you're calling me naive. How foolish of you, Payne. How absolutely foolish. Yeah, I can hear you, Zach. How foolish. That makes no sense. Um, I don't know what you're talking about, Zach. Payne says, I hope they can't hear you. Let me share my earphones real good in there. Um, so why can't I press on the poll? I don't know why. You're not able to press on it. Is everybody people? I know that 66 people have already pressed on it. Perry Powers says, Payne 17, why are you so naive? I know, right? Payne said, you really need to educate yourself about Donald in 2025. Who are you, like, who to tell you that I haven't educated myself on that? And I ask you to educate me on what you're missing, what you're talking about, and you refuse to do that. You just call me naive instead of educating me on what you think you know. Meanwhile, I have educated myself. That's why I'm talking about this, and I'm educating myself further right now. But yeah, you refuse to say that, which means you're full of yap 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 and no bite. So let's go ahead and get some teeth before you start talking mess. Um, but yeah, you're welcome to be here. Nobody blocked that person. I want to hear the opinions, but it's so weird how people like you ask them a question, then they just diss you instead of answering. And it's like, how does that help anything? Like, I have tough skin. I don't give a f what you say about me. I'm more curious about what the ideas are. Like, what do you really think? Perry said, insert name here because you already voted. Insert name here. Okay. Regina said, protest or not, America is failing. Is falling. I mean, I hope it's not. I love America. I love America, and I hope it's not falling. Every great nation has a possibility of falling. It's a real thing. I'm not delusional to that at all. Zach just asked me if I feel that America is trying to brainwash kids in school. I think that there's a bigger elite situation that is trying to do that. I think there's certain countries, like the greatest allies, that want to do that to our kids. And if you want to call that America, then I guess you could say that. But I would say American leadership and not America itself, because I feel like America is mostly the people. If you look at the numbers, like there's more people here. There's more just us human civilians than there are leadership. So America doesn't want to do that, I don't think. But the leadership, I do feel like, is taking a lot of measures to propagandize not just the kids but ourselves too. Um, Curry Khan says, I hope you can find some friends that will love you enough to help you get out of the MAGA cult. Who said I'm in the MAGA cult? Just because I supported Donald and thought he was a better option, do you think I'm in the MAGA cult? Like, I've just discredited a lot of things. I just said like my frustrations with him and how he's being puppeted by a foreign country. How am I in the MAGA cult when I'm literally chastising some of the decisions that are being made and saying that I understand why people are doing these protests, and I'm even having an open forum about it. People who are in cults don't do open forums. They don't ask questions. They don't want to hear outside information and learn. I'm literally doing that. So I think that that's, and I don't want a lot of friends. I have one amazing friend, and I have my amazing community. Some of my community I consider friends. Some of them, and so I'm very blessed with who I have around me, and they question me. They don't bow down and worship me, although they should. They don't bow down and worship me. They ask me questions. They diss me. They tell me I'm big bag. They tell me I'm lazy. They tell me whatever. They tell me the truth of what they feel, and I accept their truth and I continue. You know. So I think you're wrong about me being a MAGA cult. Like it's not true. Enter name here said I didn't mean to. I pressed slightly lower because I couldn't press yes. Then it switched to no. Wait, Zach, are people having a hard time pressing this poll? Yeah, I don't know how it's that hard. We have 79 votes on it. So I don't know how it's that hard for you to press it. Should I place it somewhere else next time? I don't know. I feel like it's in a good place right now. Here, thank you, Zach. Zach said it's fine where it is. Perry Powers says, "Pain. Why don't you educate yourself?" Yeah, I wonder why don't they do that? Okay, Skylar, I am reading every comment, so it may take me a second, y'all. I'm scrolling through every single comment. So just give me a second. If I haven't read your comment, just give me a moment. I'm reading every single comment. 'Cause I appreciate y'all being here. Skylar said, "Go listen to the interviews from the son of the founder of Hama. You'll change your mind on Pala." I've listened to all types of interviews. I've seen what's going on. I'm on Pali's side. I can't say the name on here because everything's so filtered. I'm on Pali's side on this. I think that what the Izzy the Izzies are doing are very disturbing and very dark and demonic, and they've been doing stuff like this for for not I won't say centuries, but I guess I can say centuries. Centuries, 100 years. Yeah, they've been doing it for a long time, and so I think they gridlocked Pali, and that they've gaslit them and made it seem as if they're attacking when they aren't. And I think it's very disturbing what's happening. Curry Khan says if you weren't using your actual, if you weren't using your account to spread hate, then it wouldn't be a risk. You see, so me questioning me questioning and having a discussion about these topics, you're calling that hate. You're saying that I should be at risk for speaking and questioning things and talking about them. You're saying that that's hateful to ask questions. That's insane. You're in a cult. Kurikon says, talk about stuff you actually know something about. Why do I have to know everything about what I'm talking about when I'm asking questions? The whole point of a question is to learn more information. What the F are you talking about? All right, Kurikon said, your favorite games or something. Yeah, I talk about my games too. I do all of it. I do openings, I open blind boxes and have fun, have a good time on my account, eat food. Payne said, I read for myself, I don't let others form my opinions. Yeah, but you're telling me that I'm ignorant, but you won't tell me what I'm ignorant about. You won't educate me. You're the one telling me I'm ignorant, even though I've read and researched, but you won't tell me because you don't know what the F you're talking about. You're just yapping. Um, Payne said, this is rubbish. You're rubbish. You still won't tell me anything. You haven't educated me at all. You're just saying, well, I read and I educate myself and I don't let nobody else. Well, shut the F up then. If you're not going to have anything to say, shut the F up. Or tell me or educate me. Like, what's your point of yapping? You know, you're just not giving anything. Curry Khan said politicians serve the people. We wish they did, but a lot of them are up for sale. They all have a price, and we really should have them wearing suits that show clearly who sponsors them, so that we can know like where they're speaking from. That's important, I feel. Y'all don't forget there is a gift goal down below. Please check that gift goal out. We're trying to get to 10 gifts today in this time. Also, please vote on the poll. I appreciate that. This is great. Y'all please share the live and please subscribe and like the live as well. The likes are super important. Regina said the synagogue of Satan don't want people spreading hate. LOL. That's funny. I know, right? Ooh, that's so deep. Regina is Regina is so on point on that. I'm not being gonna lie. That's some realness right there. Gustler says, for a second, I thought you were wearing a woman's shirt, but it's just a toy attached to it. I know, it's a toy. The thing, I'm gonna get a chain, y'all. I'm gonna get a chain that I wear just for these live streams, cause I don't like to wear a chain all day. But I want to get a chain, and I'm gonna attach it to the chain so it's not on my shirt each time. But for now, this is all I have. Um, Cause I don't have a necklace. I don't own any necklace. That's so bizarre. I did not realize I didn't own not any necklaces. I used to have them back when I was married, but a lot of that stuff got during the divorce. A lot of stuff got taken, and just it was just a mess. So I don't have any chains right now. I'm like, oh my god, I just need one. It doesn't have to be even cool looking. So it probably be fake, y'all. I'll probably get some sterling silver or something. I don't know, just something that I can just. I don't want to turn my neck green, but I also just need something to hang this on or hang these different things on because I love showing off my plushes. This is what I collect, and it's just fun to me. Scholar said you heard it first. The truth is rubbish. Okay. Perry Power said, "Yep, you heard it here first. The truth is rubbish." Perry Power says you do. Payne said you do let others form your opinion if you don't read the actual words or watch the actual videos. That's very true. Very good point, Perry. Um, Cur- Currycon says, if you think a politician should have power over you, then you're giving away your rights and freedom. Politicians have power over what their job is. Like that's why we elect them. I'm not saying they should have power over us, but they have. Well, they kind of do because we're electing them to govern our society. So there is a certain power they have in that. But it's not an ultimate power, and no, I don't think any politician really wants an ultimate power in that kind of way. And if they do, then that's probably like you know, really just like a mental defect. Because where does that lead if you have ultimate power? Um, Pain. Cause people will revolt like they're doing now. You are not well read. Read the material. Oh my God, Pain. That's all they say. They say you're not well read. Read. But they don't educate me on nothing. You say nothing. All you say is read the material, but you don't give me any information. You're out of your mind. It's so hilarious. Curry Khan said this is the entitlement of MAGA people. They say someone else needs to educate you to educate yourself. I don't what. Like, MAGA people, I don't think that that's true about when it comes to make America great people. I don't think that that's what they feel. But I think that mental patients may feel that way, like Pain. Read the material and stop blabbering. Again, another comment. They wrote all that but can't give me any information. That means they have no information to give. If they had information, they would have gave it already, but they're just yapping. Dewey said, "Bro, is kind of cute." Oh, thank you, Dewey. You want to take me out to dinner? You want to give me some money? My cash app is Rock Mercury. Please hit the gift goal down below. Perry says, if you take the freedom of speech from Americans, then the government can control what you say and what you listen to. I agree with that completely, and I do feel like our freedom of speech is being taken away. You know, it's very dark what's happening right now when it comes to um, people being unjustly penalized and punished for just speaking their minds. Even with this No Kings protest, I'm not against people speaking their mind. Even if I don't agree with them, go speak your mind. Whatever you want to protest, do what you want to do. We should have the right to say that. Even with that situation when that late night show host said that terrible thing about Charlie Kirk, um, and he lost his job. He got a job back, and I was actually kind of happy for him that he got his job back. Even though I didn't agree with him, I think he's a gross person for what he said. He had the right to say it. You know, like it's his opinion, and so I felt like it was very disturbing for to see him lose his job like that, and to see people celebrating it. Which I will admit at first I was like, yeah, f him. I'm glad his show was canceled, but then I was like, oh, what is it Jimmy Kimmel, right? Zach, do you know if it's Jimmy Kimmel I'm talking about? I think it's Jimmy Kimmel, the one who like lost his show at first and then got it back after the Charlie situation. Yeah, so I don't like him, but I felt like that's wrong to take his job for what he said. Like that's really a dark situation. Also, I felt like we should go look back at with Rosie, not Rosie, oh my god, Roseanne Barr. Like she got taken out for her freedom of speech too. All right, Jonah says the right speaks, the left insults and cries. That I do agree with that for the most part, but sometimes the right will cry too. Curry Khan said, "You are entitled and willfully ignorant, making other people responsible for your education, read and research. You're the one telling me I'm wrong. You have every responsibility to educate me if you're saying that I'm wrong, but yet you yap and yap and yap instead of educating the person. You know, like it makes no sense. It's insane to me. Like that's if you're gonna tell somebody they're wrong, you better educate them. You better have something to give." Um, Insert the name here's a Jonah. Jonah, it's the other way around 99.99% of the time. Or Harrison Jonah, you're 100% correct. Insert the name here said release the Jeffrey style files. Yes, I think the Jeffrey files should be released, and I think it's disturbing that our own government voted against releasing them. How many people are implemented in these Jeffrey files? This is so dark. Like, y'all don't get how dark this goes. And the crazy part is that this isn't even the top of the line of corruption. There's so much more that they're hiding from us. But the fact that they won't even release that is just like it shows you right there. They have to have a vote for it, and people voted to not release information. Like our own government working against us to say don't release these files that will help people understand who really is behind all this kind of stuff. And I heard a lot of that happened right at the same time that Charlie passed away. So people were distracted, and then that bill passed of them not releasing it. That's what I've heard. I need to look into that more. Alien Overhill says, or Alien, is it Alien? Yeah, that's funny. I was thinking about aliens too, and your name is Alien Overhill. Say, yeah, MAGA, deport. Okay. What do y'all feel about deportation, I guess? Enough distractions. Yep, intername, and not enough distractions. That's true. They keep distracting us from the Jeffrey files and other things too. Alien says, if you're pro Pali, go there. Why do I have to go there? And why would anyone want to go there right now with how much crime and terrible things are happening there? But why would I have to go there because I support the place? Because I support what they're going through. I support that they need to be relieved from what they're going through. I have to go there because I support that? That's insanity. That is insane. I don't even travel. But to have an opinion, I have to go there. Meanwhile, they're siphoning money out of our pockets to fight this battle that we have nothing to do with. That's insane. That's so bizarre that you would say that. Curry Khan said, question Netanadu, because I'm not gonna say his name. Netanadu. He is fair game. You are painting all Izzy's and JJ's people with the hate brush. Um, what do you mean fair game? Okay, so I'm mainly I'm mainly against the government of that Izzy country, of our greatest ally country. I think even the people in that country don't support the prime minister of that country because they know what he's done. He's actually, you know, wanted for arrest by international law, and so I do have something against them and the government that keeps him in power. So yeah, and I don't just when you say I'm painting all the people with the hate brush, like no, there's people who are that religion who have nothing to do with this. I'm talking about that country and why they're involved in us. And I hate people like they try to protect the rest of them as if, oh well, they're not part of it, or nobody's ever talking about that. If you're not part of it, then don't then who gives a f? We're talking about the people who are doing what they're doing. Like we're not trying to protect the other people right now. We're talking about the people who are causing the travesties, who are pulling us into these demonic battles that we have nothing to do with. Like that's what we're talking about. Like I'm tired of hearing like, oh well, you're just painting all the people of the J community. You're just making it. You're just sending hatred and anti-Semitism. It's like shut the f up. Like we're talking about the actual policies that are demonic that are going on right now. Can we focus on that? We're not here to defend and like be all like super sensitive to all other people. Like who gives a f? Like they're living real good right now. Meanwhile, this other country is getting devastated and destroyed. So let's talk about that. Perry Power says, enter name here. Why do you want the files released? That's a crazy question. Why do you want the files released? Biden would have released the files if Donald was on it. It would have been a shoe in for Kamala. Maybe Kamala and Biden's on it too. Then maybe that's why. There's a lot that could be part of that. But to say like, why are you asking? Why does he want to be released? Don't you want? We should everybody on here should want the files released. What do y'all lose for wanting these files released? Why are y'all afraid of them being released? We need them to be released. And the fact that Sleepy Joe, and Kamala didn't release them just shows that they're pawn puppets. They don't get to make decisions. I'm starting to think that Donald doesn't even get to really make decisions because of this other country that has him looking like a puppet. So let's talk about that. Um, hold on. The hands we were dealt says, if you don't like him, then leave. It's simple. If I don't like who? Donald? Who are you talking about? Danny says, ad hominem proves they have no argument. Ad hominem proves there's no argument? Okay. Um, Cameron, I do. Thank God for Trump. Amen. I'm thankful for him. I'm happy he didn't pass away from that attempted, assassination. I'm very grateful for him in a lot of ways, but I also do feel like he's been compromised. I do feel that way. As somebody who supports him, I have a whole shirt with his face on there in a supportive way. I have a whole shirt. I should pull it out right now, but I don't know where it is. It's in my closet, but I'm not sure. It would take too long to find it. But yeah, I support. But yeah, I do feel like he's compromised at the moment, and rightfully so if he's being threatened. Who knows what's happening to him. Enter file says, and I want the files released because Trump is on it. That's why you want them released. You'll be surprised who else is on there too. That's all I gotta say. Payne says Trump dodged the draft like a dog. You calling him a dog for dodging the draft? Meanwhile, these wars are unfair. We should not be judging people who don't get drafted or try to save their lives. These wars are completely illogical, corrupted. There's so many things that are dark about these battles that have nothing to do with our freedom and all to do with corruption and control. So you should not judge people for dodging anything. Even if I don't even know if he did that, but if he did, who cares? Like we're in a very dark place. But shout out to people who do serve the country. I know that they are, being lied to too, like the rest of us. Kurkan says, you really do speak hate here. You just told someone to shut the F up. Yes, I did. You are rude, insulting, and don't add anything to the world. Try streaming something something about. No one is liking you, bro. Please like the live, you guys. Please prove this person wrong and like the live because they feel like I'm not worthy of having a platform or my show's not worthy, even though we have 121 votes on our poll right here, and we're talking about subjects that You know, I don't. I'm not claiming. I'm not claiming to know it all. I'm claiming to have a platform to discuss and learn. You know, and I want to hear everybody's opinion. But all this person has is yapping and attacking me for asking questions. So that's about. But so please like the live, whether you're watching now or later. Please like the live to prove this person Curry Kun that I am valuable and that I deserve to have a platform and that you guys enjoyed this live. And this is the topic we're doing today, but later on tonight we're talking about other random topics. Like it'd be just different things you want to talk about, a multitude of hot topics. So, but this is the topic right now because it's so popular and I'm so curious about it. I want to learn from y'all. Enter name said release the Jeffrey files. Yeah, I agree. They should be released. American Road says Donald 2028. No, we can't. I just got that. Somebody said that earlier. Now I'm remembering. This is his last. This is his last term. You know, there is no Donald 2028. We're not doing that. Like it's this is over after this. So who's gonna be next? Probably JD Vance or somebody. I don't even know who does it even matter if they're all going to be puppets to this other country and to this agenda. Does it even matter who's next? Do we even care? Like we need to figure out the bigger system. Somebody said Obama 2028. He can't either. He did all his terms already too. Y'all are just like doing the most. Hey, what'd you say? You said, oh, maybe Michael Obama can do it. Maybe Michael can run. I think Michael has the kahunas to run. Uh, if you know, you know. Perry Powers says, enter a name here. Donald Trump would be in the file because they were friends, but not on the list. Biden would have released the list. Like I said, who else? Who knows who else is on that list? They don't make decisions. I don't think these presidents, even Donald, I don't think they make the bigger decisions, the bigger ones. Mm-mm. I think it's way deeper than that. Um, Perez says the power. If Donald is on the list, then why is he denying its very existence? I mean, that is wild. There's a lot of weird stuff happening with Donald. I'm not gonna defend Donald on that because he's been acting real weird. At first, he said he was gonna release it right away if he was elected. Then he's acting like the list doesn't matter, and then why are we still talking about it? Like gaslighting us. It's been dark. This situation has been so dark, and I think he may be on the list. You know, and I don't. I want to know why. I want to know everything. I want to know the truth. I don't want to know any adjusted truth. I don't want to know any Instagram filtered truth. I want to know the real truth of what that list has going on, and who's actually like involved in this bigger system of victimizing young people. Enter name said it's not that hard to go to Google and look up the topic, bro. I mean, we look up all of that. I looked up a lot of stuff. I just looked up it now before this video, at the beginning of this video. I just read the whole Google AI of what this whole No King protest is about. So yeah, obviously, is that a boo boo? No, this is the Grumpy Pee. This is a Grumpy Pee. So freaking cute. Here's the gamer one. He has like a little game controller there and stuff. So adorable. I love this. Love it. It's so freaking adorable. Um, I kind of want to get another one. There's like a secret one that's expensive though, but I really want to get it. Um, but yeah. Said Will Maga don't care. Wow, you are a silly young man that doesn't do your homework. Again, another attack from Payne, from Payne 1737. Another attack, but no information, no info. Y'all, please like the live if you're tired of Payne's foolishness. Please like the live. I really appreciate it. Please vote here too. Like the live, vote, and if you can send a gift, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Cause that is so ridiculous. Yeah, double tap the screen, you guys. Double tap. I really appreciate that. Um, goodness. American Roadrunner says, "Well, the Democrats stole the last 4 years from him. He is owed it back." I do agree with that. I do agree that the last election was not accurate. I'll just say that to leave it at that because I don't want to get this video taken down. But yeah, I think there was some issues with the last one, not the one now, but the last one before this, where Sleepy Joe got in office. All right. Blazer says he didn't say anything bad about Charlie. Where did you get that info? Did you fact check it? Um, wait, you're saying something bad? Oh, Jimmy Kimmel. He did say something bad about Charlie. He did, and that what he said was dark. I think that was bad about Charlie. He was saying basically he was like diminishing the murking of Charlie and saying that Republicans are using it to deflect when the main person who murked him was part of the Republican community, which is not true, by the way. And so I feel like that's something bad. That's something bad to spread lies like that about the person who murked him is a bad thing, and it's kind of like um, just minimizing the death of somebody who's very powerful and who only wanted to speak to people and to hear other opinions. And I think what he did was very disgusting. They're talking about Jimmy Kimmel making that comment about Charlie's assassination. Yeah, I felt like that was bad, and I did fact check. I watched the video of him saying it. So, but like I said, I think that he has his right to believe that. If he wants to say it, he should be able to say it. Free speech. Entered name here says, give one single example of freedom of speech being lost. Just remember this: freedom of speech protects you from the government. Um, Protects you from the government. Nobody else always has be that way. Like I said, you can't speak about a certain country or their prime minister without being silenced. And even on college campuses, they're passing laws for that type of thing to take away our freedom of speech. So you can fight with all you want, but that is true. And people, even on social media platforms, have been dealing with that. Or you can't even speak about the medical industry or the jab situation. There's so many things that our freedom of speech was taken away from us. People's jobs were lost over sharing their experiences getting injured from certain medical procedures. This our freedom of speech has been destroyed, especially when it comes to discussing and criticizing that foreign country that's supposed to be our biggest ally. So if you don't see that, then I don't know what to tell you, but it is very obvious and it's happening right in front of us. It's happened to me, and it's happened to a lot of people who are just wanted to speak their mind and ask questions. Catherine says, R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, R.I.P. Martin Luther King. Okay, yeah, R.I.P. to both of them. I don't know what Martin Luther King has to do with any of this, but I do think that they both were taken out, if you know what I mean, by. I want to say it so bad. I think the boats are taken out. I'll just leave it there. Yeah. Bug says, yeah, got any masculinity? Okay. Yes, I'm a man. Orange, we are lacking a lot of masculinity in the world right now, that's for sure. Orange Man Bad said, says, your mommy didn't love you. My mom loves me a lot. She's actually here now. I love my mom. My mom is amazing. I wouldn't be here, obviously, without her. So yeah, I don't know why you're saying she doesn't love me. My dad loves me too, so all right. Caitlin says, I don't think that word means what you think it means, bugs. Okay, what word are you talking about, Caitlin? Perry says, Jimmy Kimmel lost his job because his ratings were down and the Kirk comment didn't help. I think the ratings were down, you're right. And the Kirk comment didn't help, but the Kirk comment was despicable. You know? But no matter how despicable it was, he didn't deserve to lose his job. As much as I can't stand him, and I was happy when he lost it, I was also like, ooh, this is bad for freedom of speech. So he didn't deserve that to happen to him. Orange Man Bad Ah says, what's disturbing is your lifestyle. Effing. I'm not rainbow anymore, though. I'm not rainbow, but I do agree with you. The rainbow lifestyle is pretty nasty. So I'll agree with you on that. But dang, like, don't come for me. I'm not in that world anymore. I've been celibate for almost 3 years now. So I'm not part of that lifestyle. Only thing I do now that maybe consider rainbow is collect my little plushes. I just enjoy, little fluffy plushes and stuff. Like, it's no big deal. That's just what I like. I like collecting. American Roadrunner says, don't forget to hit the three dots in the top right to put a thumbs down. Mega supporter. So you're gonna thumb down my live? Please don't thumbs down my live, you guys. Please thumbs up my live. I really would appreciate that. Please like the live. If you guys can, that really helps me as a small streamer. I am trying to build this community. I'm doing these lives 2 times a day, chatting with you guys, and I would appreciate the support, even though they want to shut me down and put a thumbs down. I hope you guys don't do thumbs down. But if you do, that's what you want. That's you have your right to put thumbs down. If you want that, do your thing, but just know that putting that thumbs down is hurting a small black creator who's just doing their best to create a place to have public discord and talk about different things. Um, Perry said, "Orange man, bad. I voted for Kamala." Oh, really? Okay, she swallowed. By the way, she swallowed. Wait, who swallowed? Who swallowed what? What are you talking about? Oh my god. Intimate Orange Man Badass. I think you're insulting one of your own. I know, I think he's insulting, yeah, for real. I'm like, what's going on here? Will says, make sure you wipe your face after you're done. Orange Man Badass. Oh, wow. Dang. Aunt Esther said, "Did you eat already? I like seeing you eat." I did eat earlier, so you didn't miss that. I had some bagel, some crepes, eggs, and potatoes. Very yummy. I will be eating later on some chili enchiladas. Um, Orange Man says, "You're all confused. This is sad." All right, tell us how we're confused. Like, explain yourself, please. American Roadrunner says, "Why you sound rainbow?" I mean, I was raised by women. Probably have more estrogen from our, soy and our food and stuff. I don't know. This is how I sound. I tried to change it, but it's kind of like a lot of force to shift. But yeah, probably lack of masculinity in the world, the media. I don't know. God don't want him. God don't want who? Orange Man said, "This is the world we live in." Yeah, it is. American Roadrunner says, "Talk like a man." I mean, I'm a man. I'm talking the best I can, but I understand what you mean. Maybe I should have more bass in my voice, or I don't know. But this is how I talk right now. Maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll try to sound more manly because I do think we need more masculinity in the world. But this is how I sound at the moment. So, yeah. Insert name here says American Roadrunner. What does that even mean? Gay is a sexuality, not a voice. I know what they mean, but I guess you can say that too. NGA says American Roadrunner because he rainbow because he okay. Dang. Michael Voss says what's so funny is that I knew where you stood before I heard the first word. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Where do I stand? Tell me where I stand. Bob also says stop saying it's demonic. What's demonic? What do you like? The Rainbow World? I think the Rainbow World is demonic, and the other country is demonic too. So what do you mean? Brenda Jimenez says, and people with money should not be anywhere affiliated with Congress. Greed is a powerful drug, and smart people know it. Not dumb. Oh wait, who's the dumb? But yeah, I mean, yeah, people should not be able to be buying our Congress or our government. Like that's really crazy that our government's for sale. Thank you so much, Mary Kill, for the heart me. Mary, are you still here? Thank you so much for that heart me. I don't know if you're still in the chat. Really appreciate that. Jaden says, Rock, I'm gonna send you 3 galaxies. I would love that, but no, Jaden, save your money. You're young. Please save your money. Don't send me anything. Save your money. I appreciate you though. Just like the live, and that'd be amazing. Just let's get to 1,000 likes. But yeah, do not send me anything. Um, if you're young like that, just please save your money. So, enter name said you can't just say STFU and shut the conversation down. Um, I don't want this conversation to shut down. I want to keep talking. Notification says you have more hair on your chest than you do on your head. That's true. I am balding. I have nail pattern baldness, probably from the food in America, to be honest. So yeah, I do. I do have more chest in my hair in my chest than my head. That's true. Roscoe says, look at this cho. What the heck is a cho? I don't want to say that because I'm afraid that might be a bad word. But what's a cho? Anyway, Jacquaz says hi, hello. Said, are you available to play some Fortnite tomorrow? I will be available to play some Fortnite tomorrow. Yes, my username is Rock Mercury Rocks. Jonah said, convenient how you skip my comment and call out for supporting Hama. I read every single comment, and I included your comment. I read every single comment, so I don't know what you're talking about. Skipping your comment. I'm still reading. I have a lot of comments here. I'm trying to read through all of them. Jaquez says, "Yo." Lamar said, "WTF?" Jaquaz says, "My friend always said Labubus are devil. This isn't a Labubu. This is a a grumpy, and I don't think that the boo-boos are demonic at all. I think they're little cute elves, and they're cute collectibles. So I don't know if your friend has educated themselves in the boo-boos or the backstory, but maybe they should, and they wouldn't think it's demonic because there are real things that are demonic out there, including different dolls too. There's all kind of different things that are demonic. So maybe they should focus on real things that are demonic and not, the boo-boos, which are just collectible little cute elves, little forest elves. So yeah, told them to see if they can educate themselves before they make such a comment. Enter name here said Jonah. Nothing wrong with supporting Pally. Yeah, I support Pally. I support Pala. Um, I just can't say the name because I'm on here. Jaden said okay. Okay. Lamar says, "How did this mess pop up on my algorithm? Because I'm Rock Mercury and you love me." Brenda said the next president is RuPaul, and that is there to it. Oh my God! If RuPaul better never be president, that's a hot mess. Such a drama queen. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Michael Voss says, "LOL. This is a failed pharmaceutical experiment." I'm a failed pharmaceutical experiment. Is that what you're saying? That's wild. I've never been called that before. But I don't even go to the doctor. I haven't been to the doctor in over 5 years, maybe longer. I do not trust the doctors at all. So I don't know how I'm a, I don't know how I'm a failed pharmaceutical experiment, but I haven't been there, so I don't know how that would happen. Did you see this his post today of him releasing crap on the No Kings protest? Releasing what? Said oh, an extra said oh. Boss Smith said I like what you like. I just don't know where they came from. LOL. Oh, okay. Brenda said F Charlie. Ooh, F Charlie Pumpkin. Pumpkin head talk ish and karma gets pissed. Hate gets old. What the heck? Dang, Brenda, you don't like Charlie? What did Charlie do to you? Charlie would have listened. Charlie would have talked to you and discussed with you. He would have heard you out. Probably the only person to listen to you in your life. Joseph said, "No, you're wrong." What am I wrong about? I said, "Give an example." About what? What am I giving an example about? Rudy. Rudy says we love our American military. We do. I do love the American military, because of why they serve. But that doesn't mean that it's not corrupt what they're serving. You can go into something bravely and really feel like you're going to protect our country, but then also be used have that bravery used for alternative motives from very powerful elite people who don't have your best interests or our country's best interests at heart. But that doesn't change the heart of the military personnel and the military people and the families who put their life on the line every day, who I really have a lot of respect for. It doesn't change that. Perez said, Rudy, be more. Donald and Republicans love our military too, hence why we got paid. Okay. Yeah, I think, right, okay. Entered name said Charlie Kirk wasn't a good person, and I don't have to pretend he was just because he passed away. What makes him not a good person? What makes a person who goes around and has discussions with people around the world and with young people in college and just hears them out and talks to them? What makes that a bad person? What did he do that's so bad? Like, what are you talking about? Rudy said, "We love our American police." Yeah, I do. I definitely do, but they can also be corrupt too. But I love the police force. Um, Perret Powers, Entertain said, "So here, what exactly did Kirk say that made him a bad person?" Yeah, I want to know too. That's what I want to know. That person saying that. Brenda says, How about Caitlyn Jenner as vice president?" As much as I laugh at Caitlyn Jenner, I think they are hilarious. I don't want them anywhere near office of any type. Like they need to be, they need to live their life, just keep on living and doing what they do because that's no, no. I don't think that would be a good, good. I don't think that's a good option. But I do love what they be saying about stuff though. It's so funny. Enter name here said Perry Powers. You want a long list or just a couple? I want the long list. Nestor said, I don't care if you're rainbow or not. Um I just want to love you, babe. Oh, thank you, Nestor. That's so kind of you. Bob Smith says you're Look, police are right here in front of my house right now. They're just driving through because that's our community is always, just making sure we're all good here. So I love that, keeping it safe. Um, that's like the same officer I saw earlier when I was at the lake, and he was like, "Hello, sir." He's being kind. He's using the bathroom. W W Police Force. Um, you're celibate because of your orientation. Yeah, I don't want to be part of the rainbow world anymore. I feel like there's too much propaganda and like really dark things going on in that world and in that movement, and I'd rather just be celibate than to keep engaging in that. So that's how I feel. Do I not like people who are rainbow? No, the people can be what they want, but I personally don't want to be part of that lifestyle. Um, Sam said Trump. Okay, gotcha. Rudy says Powers. I totally agree. My God. Zach, are you still here? Bob said just wondering, no hating. Okay, gotcha. Perry says, oh, and insert name here, the whole transcription, not the 3 words that you hate. All right. Um, and you wonder why it says Donald, let's go. Okay. Sam says RP Charlie. Yep, RP Charlie. Charlie was the goat. That's true. RP Charlie says Sam. Ronnie says hi. Rudy says only Republican. Okay. Mm. Bob Smith says Cheeto said that he was going to reduce medication prices by 2,000%. LMAO. You're calling him Cheeto? I just realized what you're saying. I didn't realize you called him Cheeto. That's very disrespectful to our president. I don't appreciate that. Um, Perry says Bob Smith. When did Trump say that? And list your sources. Yeah, I want to hear the source. Brenda says these stupid straight people are always worried about who other people f. I'm glad my mama raised me to stop dipping in the Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. Otherwise, none. Yeah. Oh wow. Dang, Brenda. Okay. Peso AF said late July source the president. Oh. Gabriel said, "Do it clap, Unc." I think it does clap because I'm very big back right now. I got a lot of back there, and I think it does clap. But I don't really try to make it clap unless I get I get a bag. Brenda says, "I love Rainbow. My friends and family is that, and I will go off and read people. Okay, do what you gotta do. Live your life." Perez said, "Brenda, I agree." Shop said Donald doesn't like a smart person. I think Donald is a smart person. Shop says standing for everything against America while being the worst example of a human being in the world of government. Donald J. Trump. Wait, so who's standing against everything for against America? Who is? You saying Donald is or me? Like, what do you mean? Please elaborate. Perry Powers says as at July 2020, and he lowered the prescription price then. Okay. Enter name says all just some of the things that Charlie Kirk has said. Peso says July of this year. Perry, he said he would lower the prices by the amounts that would have drug companies paying people to take their meds. You see how that's an absurd thing to say. I mean, I haven't heard him say that, but maybe you're right. I don't know. I know the medical industry is very disturbing and corrupted, in my opinion. Y'all make sure you like the live. Please like the live, and also we do have a gift code on there. Every gift helps and supports. I really appreciate it. And also, it's free to vote. If you can vote here, do you agree with the No Kings protest? That's what we're talking about mainly right now. But we're kind of going to other political things too, as we've discussed it. Um, Here, so you started reading the actual wait, so enter name there so you can start reading the actual transcript. Okay, enter name here said Perry said, "What did I show you? How horrible Charlie Kirk was, and horrible things he believes. So believing things makes you horrible. If you still don't see it, you're delusional. Okay, so since he doesn't agree with you, now he's delusional. Okay, gotcha. Wow." Perry said, "Peso AF. What someone said he would decrease rug prices by 2,000%, but that makes you think Donald isn't trying? What makes you think Donald's not trying? He could be trying. It could not be going successfully. Moby D said Donald for Trump to the 28. I don't think that's gonna happen because, like I said, like you only can do. He's on his last term right now. Peso says you realize you're lowering something more than 100% means that you don't know the math. Yeah, that means people are paying to take it. No Kings is a joke, said Moby Dick. I do think it's a joke in a way, but I also understand why they're out there. I understand the frustrations, so I'm not going to discredit people for, feeling the way they feel. Like it's really a rough time right now for a lot of people. I'm gonna keep going until I finish the comments, you guys. So if you have your comment, this is the time to write it so that I can read it before I sign off. Because once I get to the last comment, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and thank you guys for being here. But I'm gonna keep going, read every comment. Brenda said, listen or not, to me, it doesn't matter. I got relationships with God. Okay, fair enough. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if anybody's even on my Discord right now. I'm alone in my Discord. I am alone in my Discord. Let me go ahead and take this earphone out then, because I don't need this in my ear all the time. That's too much. I thought I saw people in my Discord. Um, Perez says, I ask you to put the whole text, not 3 words. You hate, insert name here. Right? Well, Peso says, and no, Donald, said that there is video. Go watch. Um, all right. I mean, I'm curious. You might be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just have not seen that video. So I would need to see that video in order to make a comment on that. Brenda says, you need a man, baby. I already had a man. I've been divorced. I've been with more men than I can even count. I've been with so many. I've had so many relationships, so many, pound town nights, and just I've done too much, and now I'm celibate for the rest of my life. That's what I plan on because I just can't. I don't want any part of that world. So I'm good on that. Okay. Enter name says Moby D. Why you want a king? Genuine question. Oh, Moby wants a king? Peso said freedom of speech means we can call the president names. I mean, that's true. If you want to call him Cheeto, I guess you can. That's freedom of speech. I'm just saying it's disrespectful, but you're right. You can call him with the names you want, I guess. I can call Kamala the confused, laughing buffoon if I want to, I guess, huh? Mm-hmm. I said, yes, I agree, but the host can still say you're disrespectful. Yeah, exactly. Hazel said, Perry, you Army or Marines can't tell clearly from the small photo. Yeah, with it. I said, I'm Army. Well, thank you for your service. My son was in the Marines. Okay, well, shout out to your son. Thank you both for your service. I really appreciate that. Unc Andy said, I worked at the restaurant called Peso for 6 years. What is Peso? I don't know what that is. Word. Happy to banter with you, bro. I'm Air Force. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for your service for the Air Force. Ragu said black and rainbow, no future. But I'm here. You're on my live stream. This is my future. This is my future right here. So I don't know how do I have no future if I'm not even rainbow anymore. But if I was, I would still think I have a future, especially now in this climate. When you're rainbow, you can and black can go really far in this new climate. So I don't think you're right on that. Do y'all think that's right? Perez says my son is trying to join the army, but the Democrats shut down the government, so he can't go yet. Oh wow. Okay. Peso says, was the food crazy? LOL. Yes, Italian with a twist. Andy said, "You're Italian. Oh, you're Italian with a twist. Okay. We have Italian in our family. We love Italian. Italy. We love Italy. We love Italians." Perry said, "Peso, I've noticed a lot of Air Force supporters in Democrat parties. Oh, really? Wonder why that is." Andy said, "Menu was Italian. Specials were anything but." Oh, okay. Peso says, nice. I'm in Rome right now, enjoying the cuisine very much. Oh, so you're deployed in Rome right now? Oh, I love Italian food so much. I love Italy. Um, I've only been one time, but it was amazing. Uh, hold on. Okay. So funny, most actually support the prez. Yeah, I feel like most military people do support the president. Culture said, Perry, I think you're wrong. Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, it seems like wrong. Uncle Andy said, I bet food is grown. differently and tastes better. Yeah, food in Italy is so much better. Oh my gosh. Peso said, Perry, I work alongside soldiers, Marines, and I think there's maybe one or two Trump supporters. Think it depends on the shop. Oh, all right. Perry says, Peso, AF, I'm just waiting on RFK to remove all these additives so that food in America tastes better. Yeah, and it's healthier for us. You know, we really are being poisoned, I feel. And he said, D Hoister is sore. Wait, what the heck? Oh, wow. Um, Carrick Caricature Living says, really, guys, most of them are glad the president got the military back on track. All right. Brenda says, everybody living your life to the fullest. F what people say or try to do to you. No Donald administration, MAGA right. Fools should say what you can or can't do. Just do you, booze. Booze love. Okay. You have every right to feel that way. Um, Perry said, car culture living know most Air Force I ran into are Democratic supporters. Okay. Peso says, that's interesting that most of them are Democrat. I'm really surprised. That surprises me personally. Peso says Pere isn't a bad idea. However, Americans would need to adjust to eating produce faster. I'm stationed in Europe and they don't use preservatives, but you gotta eat produce within 72 hours. Yeah, your food will go bad faster without preservatives, which is a good thing. You know, you don't want those preservatives in your body. Imagine what they're doing to your body to keep them, yeah, you don't want to eat those preservatives. Perez says every single one I've ever talked to is glad the Prez got it back on track. Oh, okay. That's what I would be thinking. Love Tim said hi, hello. Perez said prove me wrong then because you can't. I can say that I believe the Air Force supporters are Democrats from people I ran into. All right. Elizabeth said hi, hello, Elizabeth. Or finally the last comment. Wow. Thank y'all so much for all these comments. I really appreciate you guys. You guys have been absolutely amazing today. Make sure you do like before I end. And I'm gonna take a screenshot of this post of the poll. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and post it. So make sure you make your voice heard and do vote for this poll. Like, do you agree with the No Kings protest? I'm gonna take a screenshot as soon as I finish reading this last comment here from Car Culture Living. It says, "Sure, Pere, I've talked to a lot in my own town. Yet you hear one mad about the press getting military back on track. Okay, impeach Trump. No, we're not going to impeach Trump, but okay, you have your right to believe that. Now you're trying to be nice. Be nice about what? I'm just talking to my community. Perry Power says, okay, Car, but I said about my belief, not yours. All right. Anyway, that's enough right there. Thank you all so much for this amazing conversation. I really appreciate you guys. Let me go ahead and just take a screenshot of this. It looks like we have, for the question, do you agree with the No Kings protest? 48% of you, or 45% of you guys said yes. 5% of you guys said no out of 187 votes. So I really appreciate you guys for engaging in that and participating. Car Culture said exactly, Pere, your belief, mine's not. Okay. No was accident. My no was accidental. Okay, so one no was accidental, but I can't really adjust that. So I guess they do believe in that. So that, but most people still said no. So they don't. All right, so Rock On Mercury, thank you all so much for your support. Let me take a screenshot of this so I can post it. Um, and let's see. I'm gonna post that and see what other people feel too. If I post that on the story and stuff. Rock On Mercury. Any last things y'all want to say? Is that La Booba? No, this is the Grumpy P. It's the Grumpy P. All right, Rock On Mercury. Let's see you on the next video. Thank you so much for your support and blessings to everyone.